Now, let's discuss the difference between classical Pilates and contemporary Pilates. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, that's totally fine. But Pilates itself has kind of separated itself into two schools. One is classical, one is contemporary. Let's talk about classical first. Now, classical Pilates is essentially the teacher training programs and the philosophy that has been passed down by what we call the elders. The elders are students from Joseph Pilates himself. They took sessions directly under him. They were his proteges, and they decided to take his exact teaching method and philosophy, and they've since created training programs revolving around that classical method. Now, a lot of the elders were also professional dancers, and so there's a certain level of choreography as well as kind of superiority that comes with classical Pilates. There's also a little bit of a superiority complex that can also come with classical Pilates as well. We'll get into that in a minute. But the four elders in Pilates, which also you would probably go over in your training program, are Ramana, Eve Gentry, Ron Fletcher, and Kathy Grant. Now, Ramana has her own training program, and it's a very popular one. We'll go over that in a little bit. Another form of classical Pilates is the training program, which is in Boulder, Colorado. I think it's called the Pilates Center, aptly named, and they offer a comprehensive classical Pilates training program. They are very well known and very well respected in the United States. And then there's also Peak Pilates, which we'll go over later as well. Peak Pilates is also considered a classical method of Pilates. Now, classical Pilates adheres to the original teachings of Joseph Pilates, as well as the original method of the exercise, including the sequences of exercise, and often has little to no modifications in any of the exercises. This is really what separates it from contemporary Pilates. In addition, there's not as much creativity poured into the exercises. They stick straight to what the original exercises were and what they are intended to do. And honestly, if you have not taken a classical Pilates class, I highly recommend it. It is very challenging and wonderful.